Hey guys, Wolverine here, and this is ARK, and on this tutorial I am going to teach you on how to tame your first dinosaur. You're low level, you're just starting out, and you need that extra protection. Well, don't fret, Wolf's got your back, and I'm going to help you how to tame. So let's get started. Okay, so first thing you're going to need to do, guys, if you want to tame a dinosaur, you need to knock it out. And there are a few methods, but we're only going to cover a couple because you're early on, just starting out. You know, you gotta grow, you gotta figure this out. And the first two methods are punching it in the head to knock it out, which is quite dangerous. You could kill him, they could attack you, so you could just go up to someone and keep punching it in the head. But chances are it's not going to work unless it's a dodo or a dilo, and so that's like worst case scenario. But the thing we're going to go for is called a slingshot. A slingshot is a simple range weapon that deals damage from afar, better for knocking out a target than killing it outright. Requires stone to fire. So, the slingshot is, well, you've all must have had one when you were a child, and if you're a bit of a rebel like Bart Simpson, or yeah, so all you need to do is fire that at the heads and it will knock them out. So we're going to craft one of these. It requires 5 wood, 20 fibre and 1 hide. As you can see, it's early on, it's next with all your thatch. So the slingshot you can learn from level 5 and it requires 6 engram points to learn. So you learn that already by when you've already made your base, so it's an easy accessible weapon. It's pretty good for, I don't know, even knocking players out if you're that defenseless, but you still got your spears. So we're going to craft one, as I said, 5 wood, 20 fibre and 1 hide. So we're going to craft the item. There we have it. We're just going to equip it to our hotbar, and as you can see, it requires stone for ammunition. Yeah, just hold it. You can either hold it in from like person like that, or if you want to aim, you can do that. And as you can see, so the next item we are going to need is Narco Berries. Narco Berries you find from bushes, as you can see. All you do, you just go berry hunting, and you can see I've just picked up Narco Berries. You notice I've already got a load because I've already went hunting earlier. So once you got your Narco Berries are used to increase the torpor, which is 4 points per Narco Berry, so it's useful. Or there's a second method which requires a pestle and mortar, which is a 65 stone and 15 hide. This is where you add Narco Berries with spoiled meat to make a narcotic, which is it's used to more effective, and the hunger meter doesn't go up while you're feeding it to him, which is, you get it from also level 5, and it requires 6 points on the 6 engram points. Let's just find it. See, as you can see there, it's not far from the slingshot. But to do that, you need a mortar and pestle. So slingshot, mortar and pestle, and narcotics would be your next options from level 8 onwards. So 65 stone, 15 hide. So we're going to craft that item. And so we're just going to place it. We'll place it there in the corner. So with Narco Berries, there's 2 different methods really, but I'm going to just give you my best option, the one I would recommend you for. You guys might have different methods, but if you're new to the game, which is why you're watching my tutorial, this is how I found it best. So all you do is drag your Narco Berries in the mortar and pestle with the spoilt meat. You get spoilt meat by normal meat where you get it from dinosaurs and let it go off where you have like a spoils in. That's once the meat spoils, it'll go into spoilt meat, and spoilt meat does have its uses. So to make narcotics, you just need to go on consumptions, drugs, and there we go. Narcotic requires 5 Narco Berries and 1 spoilt meat. We're going to craft all. Okay, so once your narcotics are crafted, you drag them in your item. Got some Narco Berries, got some narcotics, got me Slingshot, got some stone. We're sorted, we're good to go. So our next task is, you got to decide, what do you want to tame? Now this is where you need to do your research, because you need to decide what you want to tame. What's the purpose? Do you want a carnivore, which is the vicious, the attack is really high, and they tend to be good for protection? Or do you want a herbivore, which are more based on tanks and won't attack and are used for collecting resources? So with herbivores, you need to give them berries. But we are going, well, herbivores require berries, but which you get from trees and all that, and then they have a specific berry. But I'll cover how to tame a herbivore in another episode. We just want to learn how to tame a dinosaur. So we're going to go for a Dino, which are very small and easy to tame, and they're good little backups with their attack power, and I've just seen one there. So he's stuck in a tree. Okay. With Dilos, they are carnivores. Carnivores are meat eaters, and so when we tame this, we are going to need to give it a lot of meat. So we need to look for a dinosaur to kill to get some meat out of it. So let's go look for someone. See a couple of turtles over there. Turtles tend to be a bit harder to kill. When they group together like that, they're even harder. So let's here we go, we got some ants. Be careful with these ants, they are vicious little things once they come up. They come in 3 drones and 2 soldiers, so as long as you don't let them overcome you, you should be alright. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go for this Dilo, fuck it. The spear is broken, so I've got to use a pickaxe. You can tell how well you're doing against Dilos if they're showing a lot of blood, so we need his meat. Okay, we need to head back to the sea. Okay, so once you've killed enough dinosaurs to get some meat, I played it safe, I got just over 70. Should be more than enough for a Dilo, but depending on the level. When you knock out a dinosaur, depending on the level, it depends how strong they are, and depending on how strong they are, it depends how long you can knock them out, how long it will take to tame. So kind of hoping that this guy is very, very low leveled, and I've got to be a little bit careful. I see a raptor over there. That's a bit concerning. Raptors are very vicious, guys. You got to be very careful. You got to do that in a team. You got to be a little bit higher level, and you're going to need trank arrows, which I'll point that out in another episode. So we see a Dilo. Okay, now I've aggroed a Dilo. He's chasing after me, so we're going to knock him out. I've brought him back to my base so it's safe, so I can get anything I need. It's always good practice to try to tame a dino as close to your base as possible. So we're going to start hitting him in the head. Got to dodge out of those spits. Headshots are the best with slingshots. You can hit them all on the body, but headshots are like the way it'll do the most damage. And as you can see, I've only hit him twice in the head with a slingshot, and he's lost 2/3 of his health. So you can imagine if I was punching him or attacking him, he wouldn't stand a chance. So this is the important part now when you tame, because there's so many different ways, there's so many different rumours, and I can only tell you my method, which I think is the best. And don't question me if you prefer another method, then okay, that's fine, but you're watching this because you're new to the game, so I'm just trying to give you a little bit of advice. So my method is, you starve the dinosaur, you wait for its food to go to 0, and as you do that, the torpor, you gotta keep that max. You gotta keep him unconscious because you gotta keep her unconscious because if she wakes up, then the taming effectiveness is lost. So to keep her unconscious, that's why you need the Narco Berries or Narcotics, depending on what level you got. So what the difference is between the Narcotics and Narco Berries is, Narco Berries only recover, I think it's 4. Sorry, no, not 4. Narco Berries recover 8 torpor, while Narcotics recover 40. So it's the same amount, but the difference is Narco Berries feed the dinosaurs while Narcotics do not feed them. So that's the difference. So I'm going to show you the difference. If I put one in, remote use. You put the berry in, remote use. As you can see, it's just gone up, not by a lot. So we're going to put a narcotic in and remote use. They won't eat these on their own, guys. You got to force it. So remote use. The food goes down a little bit faster, and the torpor goes all the way up. And there we go, guys. So in my opinion, always strive to go for Narcotics. Narco Berries, worst case scenario, like if you're really struggling and really low on taming. So she is half starving, so we're just going to need to wait for her food to go down a little bit more. Okay, so she's almost starving. What we're going to do now, we are going to drag the raw meat in her body, and as you can see, eating. See the food going up, the taming is going up. It's just a little bit more of a taming effectiveness. And unfortunately, guys, that's a little bit of a boost. And all you got to do now is just let the Dilo keep eating, and you just got to keep the torpor up in the process. So and that's practically it, guys, for taming. I know it does seem quite daunting at first, it really does, but once you just get your Narco Berries, your Narcotics, and a Slingshot, and some meat, that's it, guys. It's easier than it is. I know it's really daunting, but all you need is a Slingshot. Get some Narco Berries, knock the dinosaur out, keep feeding the Narco Berries, and give the dinosaur the required food, berries or meat, depending on the type. And you keep it unconscious, keep feeding until the taming meter goes all the way up, and that's it. And you're laughing. Every time she takes a bite, the taming meter does go up. As you level up, there are different other methods on how to tame, faster methods, but because you're low level, it's no point going over that yet. But in a future episode, I will, when you're a little bit higher level, I will cover the different methods on how to tame. But until then, guys, all you need is some meat, some berries, Narcotics, and a Slingshot, and you're laughing, guys. So I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit until she's almost tamed. And there we have it. I just kept her unconscious to the point where she was just had enough food, and she was happy for me to tame her. So I suck for names, so we're gonna name her. We're gonna name her Dildo. There we go. And now that you're tamed, you get so many options. You can unclaim it. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. Or no, order enable following. So now Dildo will follow me anywhere I go, which is really handy when you're trying to. Just needs a bit of backup, especially if you're on your own, just like extra assistance. And you get to choose what aggression. You got neutral, which will defend himself and defend your base, or defend you. Aggression will be just aggressive and will attack anything they see. Passive is they won't attack anyone, even if they're being attacked. Or cycle aggression to hit your target. So now that I have my dildo on my dildo on attack anything I attack. If this works correctly, if I attack these dodos, my dildo will go crazy and kill the dodo. My dildo will kill the dodo. I really should change that name. Right. Here we go. There we go. Brilliant. And that's it, guys. I think I've covered everything. This Dino will be loyal to me till the end, until she dies, if she gets killed. So you gotta look after yourself. As you can see, she's gained some experience by killing that dodo. So the more she kills, the more she'll level up, and you'll get to increase her stats also. So, and then it'll be practically the strongest Dino on the island. Piece of advice: always go for the highest level dinosaur you can, because every dinosaur gets 50 levels to level up. So this Dino could only level up to 52. But let's say if I find a level 30 Dino, I could level up to level 80, and you can imagine the stats are better. So that's my piece of advice. But when you're starting out this slow, you just need something. You need anything just to protect you a little bit, and I'd settle for level two stuff it, because it's just an extra person to help you in a way. So that's it, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, then please like and give a comment, and if not, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna do a lot more updates. I'm a DayZ player, but I do like my ARK. I like my survival games, so I'm gonna be covering a lot of survival stuff and just trying to entertain you guys and make life a little bit easier for you lot. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you want to monitor my more tutorials I will release in the future. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.